Yeah, I hope audio video is good. Just give me a second. Let me open the link in my phone. I'm not able to find the link. Yeah, good evening, Dr. Anisha. AV is clear. Not able to find the yeah, it is good. So I hope more will be joining soon. Let us, yeah, good evening, Dr. Sam. Good evening, Shreya Pallavi. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay, let's start this. So it's glad meeting you guys at this time, especially the ones who have completed the syllabus, or maybe just little bit of here and there, it's and bits are left, right? So you had, many of you had posted some queries and other things. I'll just take those queries and then we will discuss important thing, that is how to reduce negatives in the main exam, because the journey has to be started now for that. Okay, first query was how to plan revision. First parameter is we are taking into consideration exam is in March 2025 till the time notification actually comes, but yes, it will come for March only. Now it is not the time for giving it for Jan or Feb. Okay, then if we are considering March, then we have to take into account, say today is 25 is done, from 26th November to 26th Jan, 2 months should be your rigorous revision, and that's pretty good a time to do a revision. Okay, in that, with us, like in the revision course, you all know we will be doing multi-fold revision, not only just once, at least 2-3 times in next 2 months. Up 26 Jan means like you are starting, say, suppose from tomorrow, though you already might have started 60 days for 19 subjects, on an average 3 to 3.5 days per subject. This means 6 to 7 days, that is in 1 week, 2 subjects. This should be your average pace. See, try, understand, don't try to finish off the subject. You can note down these things if you want. I'll go slow. Note down Don't try to finish off one subject in 1 or 2 days. It is practically not possible. Reading, revising, remembering entire register what you have written, along with reading, revising, cramming all the MCQs you have circled up so far. Okay, along with doing many other things you feel like for a subject. I'm not repeating that. We have done it yesterday also. Okay, what do we mean by completing one subject? Okay, in this, I'll reiterate what I said yesterday in yesterday's session. If you have some subjects, okay, your fearful subjects, dreaded subjects, the subjects you always call difficult for you, not for me, not for your friend, but difficult for you. Identify those one, two, or max three subjects. Okay, suppose I have two such subjects like pharmac or say dental materials. Spread that, say, suppose pharmac. Don't try to do it in 3.5 days. Don't try to revise in 3.5 days. Okay, divide pharmac into say 10, 12, 15 parts. Okay, study pharmac for 1 to 2 hours daily. Finish off in 15 to 18 days. Then 2 to 5 days, revise it again. That is finish off pharmac in 20, then finish off DM in 20 days, then finish off maybe another third subject in 20 days. So when we are talking about 60 days plan, right, we have three subjects already been taken care of this way. Okay, so you will automatically get 4 plus days per subject for remaining 16 subjects. Okay, around 4. See, some subjects you will be able to do it in 2, 2.5, maybe 3. Some may require 4, some may require 20, the difficult ones. Right? This part is understood. Now, within like today is 25, 26 or 27th, I'll give you the live TND schedule. So either you can plan according to that, but that will be starting in December. So this whole week, 26 to say 2nd of December, finish off 1 or 2 or 3 subjects which you have been already doing. At least do 2 subjects, revise 2 subjects of your choice, everything you have to do. And when it comes to revision, I always say we have two kind of subjects, major and minor for NEET. Major whose weightage are 14 or 15 MCQs, minor whose weightage is 7 MCQs. That is physio plus biochem, patho plus micro, DA plus DH. Right? So always start with major ones. Always. Finish off the difficult ones. No, sorry, the bigger ones first. Right? Eat the ugliest frog first. Eat the frog in your breakfast. Okay? So a typical day of revision looks like what? 10 to 12 hours of study. Okay, 14, 15 sounds very like very happening. Maybe you can cross, but again, like we discussed 2 weeks back in that roadmap video, say we come to an average of 11 hours. 11 per day doesn't matter, but 77 to 80 hours per week is more important. More important. So if we try to divide 11 hours in a day, morning, half an hour you are giving for live quiz. Okay. 1 hour I have told you to solve PYQs, 60 to 80 MCQs per day, right? Evening, maybe 1 to 1.5 hour class you are attending. I'm just considering, like, I always have a system in my head to overestimate things so that I don't fall short of things when required. Like, if I have to do my budgeting, I'll take expense on the higher side. Okay. Probable expense. So, probable hours are always on the higher side. So, this is 1.5, half 2 and 3 hours gone. Now I am left with 8 hours per day. 8 hours per day, you can divide either into reading two subjects or reading one subject. But yes, if you are planning to go for handling your difficult one, then 1 to 2 hours per day has to be given to that, right? 2 hours तो देना बनता है, like 2 hours, चलो हम 2 ही दे देते हैं. So here we have 6 hours. 6 hours is pretty good. Now how to plan? Okay, suppose I want to revise DM. I have 26th, 27th, 28th. Abhi filal, like, let's take 3 days. So I will be actually getting 6 to 7 hours only per day to revise my DM. Okay. What I will do is I will divide DM into two parts. Two parts. First half on 26th, second half on 27th. Two parts means of my register. Now you tell me, you all those who have attended DM, how much time you take if you have your register like this in your hand? Say DM will be around 100, pages, maybe 130 pages. Okay, suppose 120 pages. 60 pages पूरा अच्छे से पढ़ने के लिए with total recall of what was taught in the lecture, concepts, with underlining of the most important things you may recall while reading your own notes. Okay, putting star, underlining, coloring, whatever you want to do. You have seen topper notes, how they look like, right? Because you are also a topper in the making. Okay, and how much time you require to read those 60 pages? That is half of your register. How much time you want? Well, you think you will require? Or any subject, say perio, pedo, ortho, whatever. Average 100 pages का booklet है आपका register. Let me see your calculations. You must have tried reading your own register couple of times by now. I'm just talking half the register, half, not full. Chalo, it's good you have put 2025. Question mark is gone. It was there in the beginning. Chalo, let us be reasonable. 4 to 5 hours. Okay? 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours is reasonable. Means we will still be left with around 2 hours. Us 2 hours में what would you think we should do? ऐसा क्या करें? Like I am just trying to extract information from you. What would be the best part? Like we have read, say I'm doing DM, I've revised my register. Next task is what? To actually do what which will help me in remembering DM, or which will give my boost my confidence in DM. What? Obviously, you have to do questions, solve MCQs. Either solve the circled one, arrow one, star one from the MCQ guide you have been doing circling. Solve only those questions. 2 hours means you can easily do around 200 MCQs. If not more, at least 150. इतना तो पता है मुझे. Like at this stage, 1 hour means 80 to 100 questions easily. Okay? Yes. Solve questions. Yes, Dr. Harsh, that is also a good. Like, but I am taking into like consideration you have solved at least once something. Okay? So this day one is my day one of revision of first subject. Looks like what? In say 7 hours, 4 to 5 hours I am doing my register. अब register में भी I am doing marking, circling, arrow, boxing, whatever suits you best. Okay, 1 to 2 hours or maybe 2.5 hours solve MCQs. If you are able to do it fast, yes, do read synopsis. Do read synopsis. Synopsis are good in Pulse. Synopsis are good on your app. Synopsis are good on your in your one-liner book also. Anywhere and everywhere. Synopsis are always good. Actually, synopsis hai kya? Why people are like categorizing synopsis as a totally different entity? What do you think I have written in one-liner book? It's nothing but theory. Only again the same theory. When you are reading synopsis, nothing, you are just trying to like garnishing your dish with some, maybe some extra leaves of coriander, maybe some extra spices, maybe some extra petals of some flower which will beautify your theory part, provided you read synopsis at a slow pace with understanding and with remembrance. All those who are reading one liners or reading synopsis, again circle the ones. Let's say suppose you read one statement, अगर वो आती है, आपको समझ आ गया, it is well and good, move to the next. There might be a statement that is very new to you. There might be a statement which will say, oh, what is this, like I have never read before. Circle it so that later, after your one round of full revision is done, these are those points you will revise in your second revision. Okay, day 2 will also look same. So basically we are trying to finish off the register with some MCQs and some synopsis in one and 2 days. Maybe you extend it to day 3 also, but if suppose my half day is still a buffer, like I did my register day 1 plus day 2 plus half of third day, तो बाकी के दिन half of third day, maybe half of fourth day, what we will do, we will revise what we have been marking, plus maybe solve more MCQs, plus maybe we read images. That's it, like it's done. Subject is done. And if you have confidence, give a test. Okay, give a test, anything. Dr. Sana name, actually the approach is different. If you are uh, not very well thorough with the syllabus, choose pulse synopsis. If you are very thorough with the syllabus, choose one liner, because repetition in pulse synopsis will bore you. It will look like सब कुछ आता है मुझे, because it is same repetition, almost same. Okay, one liner will give you kick, because there will be some points which you feel I have never ever read. Plus, one liner will give you good revision of past PYQs also. We have tried to incorporate as many PYQs in most of the subjects, not entirely in every subject, but most of the subjects. But yes, if you feel your theory is still lagging behind, then pulse synopses are good. I have no hesitation in saying that. Okay, you know me, I'm a neutral person when it comes to your selection in the main exam. And yes, just for record, I should have told you in the beginning. This video won't be available on YouTube. After this, we will make it hidden, but it will be available on your app, maybe after 1 hour or so, in the revision course, like the roadmap video. Okay, it will be accessible to anybody and everybody, but it will be in the app. Okay, I made a mistake. I didn't, पता नहीं, this video जो मैंने अभी बनाया ना, content for you, I don't want to go make it go out so easily in the world. Okay, there should be some effort to watch this video, because next thing which you are going to discuss is going to be really in depth. So I think this will solve most of your problem. Keep a target to finish off syllabus, revising one syllabus in 3 to 4 days. Do not finish off in 2 days entirely, because what you study on day one, what you study on day two, you have to revise on day three. Otherwise, all is gone. Everything is gone. Okay, then one question was, आज मैं जो subject पढ़ रहा हूँ, what I'm doing today, maybe this week I read 2 subjects, next week I read 2 more. In January, I'll forget what I'm reading in November. No, you will not. Because if you are giving regular tests, test will not let you forget any question. You have read DM today, you give grand test, you give more test, on and off. Every week, 1 or 2 tests you should give. Okay. There will be some questions of DM in every paper. They will not let you forget your concepts. And the moment your test I am coming up, the moment you feel like there is a question on casting, and today in the test I was blank in the, like yesterday GT, late evening I have uploaded, say you attempted GT today and you felt casting मुझे आता था, but casting question I was not able to touch what was there in the GT, then yes, it is an alarm. Read the casting chapter again from your register. Maybe watch the video again if required. Okay, you have access to everything. Right? So is this making some sense and some lineup? Yes or no? Then I'll move forward. Don't try to finish off your first revision, one revision in 1 month. You will not retain anything. See, what is the purpose of doing syllabus? To get acquainted with almost everything. What is the purpose of first revision? To revise what we have studied here in less time. In less time. Suppose we were doing 7 to 8 days mein one subject theory through classes. So revision time has to be half of that. What is the purpose of second revision? To revise what I was not able to recall in first revision. What is the purpose of third revision? To revise what was problematic in first and second both. This is how we keep on adding filters. Okay. So at last, maybe suppose your exam is on 10th of March. In last 7 days or maybe 3.5 days, you will be able to revise all 19. I promise you. But first revision has to take time. If your first revision, take first revision as the basic foundation. Read anything and everything in your register as if you will never get time to read it again. Don't read it. अरे कोई नहीं अभी नहीं समझ आ रहा चलो I'll read it in the second revision. No, now it's not the time. वो निकल गया. Okay? Please don't do this mistake. ऐसा ना there is no stamp like nobody is judging you whether you have done one revision, two revision, 10 revisions. Only thing which will matter in the exam is how much you know, how much you don't remember, how many are positive, how many are negative. Nothing else will count. You will go with a placard on your face or head or hand that I have done 10 revisions. Nobody is going to give you rank based on that. Okay, revision is for self confidence, for not just telling me or Dr. Jasmine or anybody that yes, I have done. It's not for show off, right? Arey, Dr. Himaja, please, like, I'm not into government system. Otherwise, I would have told you I'm way away from all these things. But yes, we have here and there people who tell us sometime. Sometimes they tell us that, like last year, I remember I was able to tell few things last to last year also. Those students, we have started getting messages कि जो डेट आप बोलोगे वही होगी ऐसा नहीं होता मैं इफ आई गेट इंफॉर्मेशन आई विल शेयर इट इफ आई सो फार आई डोंट हैव एनी सच इंफॉर्मेशन ओके डॉक्टर सुषमा शांडिल्य this is not actually making any excuse point. Internship completion is March. Okay, like most of the students of Madhya Pradesh, I believe. I think you are also from Madhya Pradesh. You see one interview. Okay, अभी तो few interviews are gone because we had many more when I was heading DBMCI का वो उन्होंने चैनल बंद कर दिया है वो वाले इंटरव्यूज. Dr. Namit Zelawat, All India Rank 06 2023 NEET MDS. Student from Rao's Dental College, Indore. 1st March paper was done, 10th March result was out, and his internship was supposed to complete on 31st March. Dr. Sam, finish off that part first. Plus, simultaneously, instead of 7 hours, devote 3 hours for one subject for revision. Divide the time. Okay. See, the day you will finish off the syllabus, now you will be more than happy for yourself. Otherwise, this thing will always be hitting your back of the head. It will create a headache for you that my this is left, my this is left, my this is left. And you will make a blunder. Okay. Watch this interview. Type Dr. Namit Zelawat, type MDS, type my name on YouTube. अभी ना आज ही मैंने किसी को बोला था जिलावत है again I was writing wrong MDS पता नहीं नीचे आता है इसका इंटरव्यू आई डोंट नो ये समवेयर आई विल शेयर द लिंक पता नहीं है इंटरव्यू तो है वीडियो कहीं छुप गया है आई वाज ट्राइंग टू शो टू समबडी टुडे ओनली राइट forget it I'll share the link you have to manage with internship like it is possible it has never been impossible last to last year 3 years back same college Rouse College 7th rank Dr. Nand Kishore Nair and then he INI he got second rank he did OS from AIMS Delhi recently he completed this year 3 years back I'm talking about so again paper was uh, scheduled, and even before his internship was completed, he had a rank letter of rank 7 in hand. So nothing is impossible. This part is done. I think we are sorted. Now comes the most important part, how to decrease negatives. Now, this is a lot of things have been said in this regard. Trust you me on this. Before discussing with you, I have done this discussion with every batch previously. But पता नहीं मुझे आज लगा कि I might fumble up telling you one of the right strategy, because there is no one parameter which can make you strong in this. So I started watching videos available on YouTube. I watched so many videos of NEET people, NEET UG, NEET PG, NEET MDS, NEET CA exams, IAS exams, lot of thing homework I have done. Okay, but then I realized few of my strategies are any day better. Two people, one faculty from Prep Ladder and one faculty from another place. They were exactly talking what I used to talk 7 years back. Okay, Namit Zilawat is, yeah, नहीं पता नहीं what I have written. Yeah, Z नहीं है. This is, I did the same mistake in the afternoon also. Zilawat. या ट्राई कर लेते हैं, Z नहीं है. ये रहा. Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sana. Watch this interview ना. These things are available. Okay. Like भी नहीं किया. Okay. Okay. Watch this. This will help you. All those who are yet to complete their internship. How to reduce negatives. So, lot of things are there. Take pen and paper and write it down. Take pen and paper. First thing is, there are many things I'm going to share. So nothing fun to 3 4, but yes, for start, negatives will decrease with time. They're not going to decrease overnight. So accept it with lot of practice of MCQs, especially through tests. Okay. This will also include this part next half an hour maybe. Okay. You will not regret watching this video. Next half an hour we will talk only about how to decrease negatives and how to analyze your mock test or grand test, whatever you call. Plus, it will decrease only if you intend to. Intention is important. If you surrender, suppose I am getting 50 negatives in every paper of 240, and then I say, Bhaiya, ye mera to, like, this is my normal. Okay. So if somebody, you have read in medicine, if someone pulse is coming 90 plus 90, 100, it becomes is normal. Okay. जैसे प्रोस्तो में लॉन्ग सेंट्रिक होता है ना, like something like लॉन्ग सेंट्रिक, कि my negatives cannot be less than 50. So I will accept it and I will lose my intention to decrease it. So you need these three things. This is the basic gyan. Second thing is, when we talk about time, you have to try decreasing negatives, okay, with every test, especially grand test or mock test you are giving. That is from the next one, because the magic of decrease of negatives won't happen directly on the day of exam. You have to create this magic. You have to create this magic on weekly or regular basis. Okay. Now, few things. Whenever you are attempting any test, say you are attempting a subject test, revise subject notes before test, even if you are very sure of. Suppose I like today you intend to, after say reading perio for 3 days, you want to practice perio through a test. Okay. Not perio, reading like today you feel like I want to revise perio. Let me give me a test. No, don't do this. This will not help reduce the negatives. Okay. Revise first. Revise your register maybe in 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Then give the test. Okay. Always do this. Revise important points, major points. You all know perio, which chapters are important, which topics are important. Do not do a blunder of not recalling these things before the test. See, every test from now onwards for next 100 days are going to matter a lot. If you practice each test like it is a NEET exam, you will not disappoint yourself on the day of NEET. Okay. This is something like doing a warm up exercise for your brain. For any big marathon, any big race, any big swimming, any big fight, players do warm up. Any big match. So before NEET, we have to do warm up. Before every test, because we are considering every test as a NEET exam, we have to do warm up. Okay. This will also create a lot of revision of things beforehand. See, a day should come when you should be able to flip the pages of your register in 1 or 2 hours. 2 hours is pretty decent. Agreed or not? A day will come. पहले तो ये like try to comprehend this, try to start manifesting this. I have to reach a stage where I will be able to revise my 100-page register, one subject register in 1 or 2 hours. You think it is possible? Probable things. जिसमें आपको पता है जिस पे क्वेश्चन आता ही है. Revise those things before the test. Okay. Then revise mistakes from your previous test. This is very important. Yes, it is possible. Dr. Ritika, Dr. Himaja, everybody. You may doubt yourself today, but if you are consistent, it will be like as if करते जाओगे this आता है आता है आता है आता है and so on. It will actually look like this. अब these mistakes को revise क्यों करना है? Because number one, don't repeat same mistakes. This is very important to decrease negative. Today I did a question wrong of mandibular fracture. Next week there is a test. I am not supposed to do the same mistake. Okay. I'm not supposed to do that. If I'm doing the same mistake, it means there is a major problem. By doing a mistake today, what lesson I have learned is that before the next test, I have to read the theory of it. Okay. Now, yes, great, Dr. Sana. Don't repeat the same mistakes. I have gone through multiple videos and there are 2, 3 strategies which even our students have told in this year also, last year also. But yes, let us give credit to all the rankers in the world जिनके वीडियो आज मैं देख रहा था. Important part is you have to find a way out of storing, recording, or noting down your mistakes. Now is not the time that I did one MCQ wrong, so I'll write it in my register and thinking I'll read it again. Please don't waste time now. Okay, please don't waste time. Simply take a photograph. There are two things what people have done. Take a photograph. Take a photograph of that question which you are doing wrong in maybe Pulse or Gauri Shankar or any MCQ book, or the question on app, or the question on PYQ, whatever. Okay. Take a photo and save it in your phone. This I liked actually, this strategy. Last year also one student told me in an interview, save it in your phone, either in the gallery, make one folder, name it my mistakes. This is important because this is going to pinch you every day when you open up your phone. Or make a WhatsApp group with yourself, not group. Like you can post a message to yourself, your number, you know that. Okay. And put your name as, or maybe to your mom, maybe to your sibling, maybe to your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, whom you trust best. Keep posting on daily basis, on regular basis. And before the test, revise those folder. That is more important. Okay, this is important. That is accumulation of information which is fast in this way, stored in your phone, and phone is always there with you. So you can even revise one day before the exam very easily because you love phone. Okay. The other one was noting down. Okay, but now is not the time. I would say I would not prefer it. I would not prefer at this stage. Then कौन सा number था 1 3 5 4 attempt each test with a strategy, with a plan. Okay. Firstly, I told you, like, treat like main exam. Sit for 3 hours for the test. Okay. Sit with a proper, calm, composed yourself. All the GT you are giving. Don't be in a hurry. Imagine you are in an exam hall. Sit 15-20 minutes before the start of the paper. Suppose you want to give test 3 to 6 p.m. Sit at 2:45 at your table. Sit blank. Do little bit of meditation. उस पे भी आऊंगा मैं. Like I'll tell you one basic trick of meditation which you can do 5 to 10 minutes daily, and it is going to do something good, if not anything bad. Okay, it won't do anything bad, you know that, right? But these things have to be done for next 3 months. बड़ा बड़ा लिख लो कहीं पे. Reminder. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay. It's like वो एक पोस्टर है ना, eat, sleep, study, repeat. Eat, sleep, study, repeat. Only 3 things you have to do on daily basis. Treat like the main exam. What should be done before the main exam? Give test like a test. Okay. We will discuss how to attempt a paper. Okay. Now, when you are attempting a paper, don't do random guesses. याद है what we are discussing? We are discussing how to reduce negatives. How to reduce. Don't do random guesses. एक क्वेश्चन नहीं आता, छोड़ दो at this stage. Okay. Forget about them. Forget about them. If you are confused between two options, you know the topic well, but you are confused, you can take a chance. Okay. Be sensible enough to take chance only in the questions where you can reduce it to two options and you know that you have read that topic couple of times, maybe more also. Also remember, initially when you are trying to work on decreasing the negatives, initially the score may be affected because you are not making guessworks which you were used to. You are not taking that much risk. Okay, so initially the score may go down, your rank may go down. Matlab down means on a higher side, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit maybe. Okay, in the institute or in the app wherever you are attempting the paper initially. But this should not bother you, this should not stop you, because always remember, main exam is NEET. not your this grand test. This grand test is not deciding what you're going to do in NEET. Common thing, you will get disappointed. But if you are too disappointed, if you are too anxious, you are too nervous, you will stop attempting GT and you will not be able to break the cycle of reducing negatives. I told you in the beginning, it is not going to happen with one GT or two GTs or one test or two tests. You will take 10, 20 tests, 30 tests to come down and say to yourself, yes, now see the result for yourself. You know statistics, how it works. The bigger the sample size, the better is the probability of the results to be statistically valuable, right? Okay. Another problem, your marks in your mock test or grand test are stuck. Say you have attempted 4, 5, 7 tests and you are stuck. Same every time you are attempting around 220, every time you are getting 60 negatives. Every time. Almost like plus minus 5%. That's okay. But this is not happening, like this is not improvising. What to do now? Identify the weak links. Again, you have to work on your mistakes. Weak links means which subject you always underperform, which topics of your strong subjects trouble you, or again you get negatives. What kind of questions you do wrong? What kind of questions you don't attempt? Maybe they are image based questions, maybe they are lengthy questions, maybe they are the questions with not true and false statements, maybe they are questions with except, maybe they are value based questions, maybe they are the questions with the full case history, maybe they are questions only of medicine, maybe they are questions only of state ratification parameter that you have to revise. This is what is analysis of a grand test. If you want to see your results improvise, come out of this loop, you have to do this with every test. Spend time with every test. Okay. Chalo, in your revision days, keep one day for GT. Dedicatedly keep it for GT. Dedicatedly. Because this will help boost your confidence to the next level in the next GT and over a period of time with the main exam. One day means 3 hours of GT, then 3 hours of these kind of analysis, and maybe 3 hours or 4 hours of reading the topics you are being problem at. कर लो ना 1 week, or maybe 1 week is good, one day is good na, keep it for that. Okay. See, there is a game called football. Well, I am a fan, that is why I can tell you one, but this is applicable to almost every sport and now to students also. You know, one of the leading country who has won a lot of World Cups is Brazil. Then there is another country which is very famous in team, that is Argentina. But then there are teams like England. England used to be my favorite. Like when I was in college, 2002 Football World Cup, when David Beckham was the captain. Okay. I always wanted England to win, but they have never won actually. There are teams like England, uh, teams like Spain has won, Germany. There are other teams which are good, like Cameroon used to be good. Okay, many, many teams. I'm not discussing football. There is a difference in approach. Okay, difference in approach to the game. Same lies for the students also. Either they are offensive or they are defensive. Both kind of students have been successful in ranking. But yes, all those who are more offensive, the results have been better. Offensive means one thing, you will attempt paper more, basically. Defensive, you will not attempt, thinking I'll go more negatives. Okay. Being offensive at this stage will help you so that you identify what kind of questions you are doing wrong, what subjects you are doing wrong, what topics you are doing wrong. But yes, even to attempt a question, you have to be uh, thorough with that topic. Every paper has got two parts. One is how many you attempt, and what is the accuracy. Attempt increases with increase in syllabus coverage. This is my theory. This you won't find anywhere on YouTube, in India at least. ओके, ये 7-8 साल पुरानी थ्योरी है. Accuracy means more positives, less negatives. Accurate attempt, more attempt is dependent upon more syllabus coverage. More accuracy is dependent on how much you remember, how much you don't remember. One, second, how much you are good at applying concepts. See, not everybody is good at analysis. Analytical brain सबका नहीं होता है. But yes, with practice, you can always develop that. Nobody was born IITN or Sundar Pichai. No, people don't not born like that. People are carved like that actually. Okay. If you have understood a concept, solving more MCQs will help you apply those concepts. Don't just cram MCQs blindly. I told you nothing will come as it is in the main exam. And yes, from this week, we are adding your conceptual papers also. One conceptual paper every day. I have 10 to 12 such papers which will really shake you before answering any question. Those are direct like questions which require application of concepts, no rectification. And that is why in such questions the mistakes do happen. Okay. So offensive versus defensive. Brazil, Argentina are considered offensive. They are on the attacking mode. Likewise, students, or you can say as MDS aspirants, they are of two types. One who are in the exam hall in the attacking mode means they are sitting in the paper, or you are reading a paper, you are reading a question with an intent to solve it. कि no matter what question will pose me, कैसी भी प्रॉब्लम आएगी, I will read the question nicely, I will understand it, I will try to recall, I will try to apply some concept, I will try to fight that question and answer it. Because remember, if there is an MCQ, there is always an answer to in the four options. Answer is not away from those four options. This is my mindset before sitting in the paper. So when you are sitting in the test, whether at home, on mobile or computer, yes, also start practicing test on laptop, computer. It will help you later stages. When I am sitting in the paper today, I will be sitting with an intent. I have to solve each question. I will not read question नहीं आता next, नहीं आता next. No, read the question. Read the question. Maybe you have to read it twice. See, not every question you have to read twice, but the question which is troubling you, that is why it is becoming a negative. Okay, so the question which is troubling you, read it twice. Try to fit the options. इसका भी मैंने एक चीज लिखी है आपके लिए. ये मेरी थ्योरी है. I'll tell you वो भी कहाँ पे है. Yeah. The question should make sense to you. पहले तो समझो like what exactly the question is asking you. The question should make sense to you. The question has some keywords. We have been telling you, you have been telling yourself also. There are always some keywords which will direct you to the answer. Option should make sense with the question. If suppose there is a question, I don't know the answer, try to fit each option into the question. Read the question and put a fill in the blank after that. Read one option, two option, which is making like completing a sentence, which is filling that void, which of the following options is going to make sense. Okay. Questions at times, when you look at the question first time, it may look like a bouncer. You read it twice, it may look familiar. Okay. You start applying your brain, it will look very easy. You will find answers in that. Okay, because of this factor this option is negated, because of this factor this is cannot be the answer. If you are option A seems correct answer, option B seems correct answer, without thinking twice put all of the above. Third nahi bhi lag raha, no matter na, if your brain is satisfied with two options, mark all of the above. These are some basic tips and tricks. Okay, usually like when you get value based question, you the lowest value of the four options and the highest value of the four options usually are not the answers. When the question is having words like you have to identify the false statement, which of the following statement is true except the statement which has these kind of words, never, always, okay, cannot be, not possible, absolute words which are saying कि to which are just talking about the extremes कि ऐसा हमेशा होगा या ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. Biology is full of exceptions, so these statements are always false statements. Start looking for such clues. Start looking for clues in the question, in the image, and what you have studied. But this everything is again accountable to what theory you know, what theory you don't know. Right? Nothing will actually match your theory prep. If your theory is weak, सब बेकार है. ये video is useless to that student. अगर syllabus is not done, you don't मतलब question is on say अब ऐसे याद नहीं आता. Gaucher's disease, and you don't even know what chapter, what subject. You're thinking medicine में Gaucher कहाँ था, या pathology में I have studied where, and you are not able to recall, then you're already lost that fight in that question. Okay, right? So when we are talking about attacking versus offense versus defense, identify yourself today, whether you are offensive or you are defensive, and try to create some balance. Don't be over offensive, don't over attempt unnecessarily the questions which you don't know you are attempting, but the questions which are from familiar topics, don't play too offensive. See one thing, all those who under attempt the paper, they are already out of the race already. And this is the time when you practice all these things. This is the practice. Okay. This identify yourself today. Try to come out of your comfort zone and practice through tests plus GTs to overcome these things. Okay. Find the way out. Well, what exactly you are today. Start, if you are too defensive, start becoming offensive. If you are too offensive, tone down a little bit. play little defensive, it will improvise on your negatives. It will improvise. Okay. If your GT scores are not coming good, I told you at this stage, initially it will may not come. Remember what was the purpose? What's the purpose of giving a GT? Purpose of GT is what? To get, will scoring rank 1 in GT give you a government MDS seat? Answer is no. Maybe in one test you are rank 1, maybe in test 10, then 50, then maybe 30, then maybe 100, then maybe 1 again. Does it guarantee you a NEET MDS government rank seat? Answer is no. Okay, so don't be stressed, overstressed with GT score, GT rank. GT was only and only meant for practice. See, institute, we are smart enough to give you tough tests. But yesterday's GT is very simple. I have given you. Okay, very, very simple. But in between, some tests will be difficult. Okay, so it is for practice to identify mistakes, to tone down my balance between offense and versus defense, to make me read more theory again and again, plus lastly to prepare me for the final battle. Imagine, like you all know, army. Okay, army people are given a lot of training. You have seen it in movies, web series, and whatnot. American, though, they are like movies, may they are the best soldiers. I don't know how in reality what they are. I always feel India's army is considered actually one of the finest in the world. Japanese were not allowed to, but yes, they were the most disciplined. Indians are any day. But in Hollywood movies, you see Americans as the best army. Imagine one soldier is given a lot of training, okay, lot of training, but does that guarantee that in a war he will survive? Okay, with more training, more clear headed mind, more tactful mindset, more physicality, he may save himself from the bullet of the enemy and come back winning that battle. Okay, the less you practice, the higher the chance of losing a battle. Always remember that. But there are soldiers who may not perform the best in the training. But with every training, they are improvising and they end up winning the battles. Right? So it is not about, see Virat Kohli. After not performing so many matches, yesterday I think he made a ton. I'm not following cricket at all, but I'm following newspaper and news. So I think he scored a 30th Test cricket century, if I'm not wrong. So now everybody has forgotten what he was done in last 6 months. Okay, so you have to keep on playing, and what is important is how you play. In the World Cup, entire season he was not playing. Okay, Pani, World Cup or IPL, but final match he played. Okay, I think World Cup only, T20 World Cup. Every match he was cursing himself. People were cursing him. But in the final, he performed. That counts the most. But if you don't perform every time, okay, and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, it is of no fun. Last point from my side, don't judge yourselves with a grand test of any institute. Even if a grand test shows you rank 1 in all GT, it is not a guarantee you will be rank 1 in NEET. We have an example in our own institute 3 4 years back. Okay, Dr. Himani Gupta, topper in all the tests. Everybody was afraid. 2020, 2019 or 2020, COVID batch. and her rank was 500 something in the NEET. But yes, you won't fail, like I told you. Immediately after that, she got 7th rank in INICET and she did endo from, I think endo from Delhi, AIMS. तो नॉलेज तो वेस्ट जाएगी नहीं, पढ़ाई वेस्ट जाएगी नहीं, मे बी जस्ट it's not guarantee anyhow, but yes, it is a guarantee you will get success in the end. So that's all from my side on this topic. I think I have tried to do some justice for tonight's session without wasting your time. कुछ समझ आया है, like of so much of things. So these are my notes. Like I have to make note now, otherwise I'll forget. Treat each stress like an idiot. I think I've done. These 4 pages are good. Dr. Baljeet, no subject lecture should be seen twice. No subject. Okay. ठीक है, चलो सो जाओ, or like you sleep or you study or whatever you had planned for yourself for this hour. And if you are marking something with confidence goes wrong, see, Dr. Abhishek, yeah, chalo, you are a good question. At times, Abhina, I have not covered up one part, but I think I have a video of that I'll try to share, because that's another how to attempt a paper. Okay, I think I have a video on YouTube. I'll share it with you. Uh, Try understand one thing. You read one question. There are 4 options. Okay. You wanted to mark B, but you still marked C. These kind of errors will happen initially, inadvertent human errors. So when I told you how to analyze your GT means what kind of questions you are doing wrong. You are making more of human error means next time you will read a question, you will mark an answer, and before moving to the next you will just browse once again कि मैं बी मार्क करना चाहता था और मैंने बी ही मार्क किया है या नहीं किया. ओके, दिस इज हाउ यू प्रोग्रेस. देन देर आर क्वेश्चंस like you feel you are very confident. Okay, you feel this is the correct answer, but answer turned out to be this one. It means what? Either your theory is a problem, you might have read something wrong, you might have remembered something wrong, or your too brain becomes too adamant at times कि नहीं यार मेरा ही आंसर ठीक है. So try come out of these you can say cages in these times. Okay, try come out of this. Yes, Dr. Kanksha, I told you na, it will be uploaded. It will be uploaded in the app, in the revision course, in the contents. टॉप पे ये वीडियो मिल जाएगा आपको. Okay. So when we try to dissect our own mistakes pattern, then we will be able to cover up. Like if you can identify the problem, you know what is the solution to it. This is not good, na, Dr. Abhishek. See, out of 240 now, to be very frank, suppose you attempt 226. I think not more than 2 or 3 में ये होगा, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं होता. Okay, 2 or 3 में ये भी होगा, like the question had not or question had except, but you read that question was except was written, but still you marked the wrong answer. Okay, the question all of the following statements are false except means you had to mark true and still you marked false, right? So ये एक दो गलतियां होंगी, but with practice ना ये भी खत्म होंगी, right? ये भी खत्म हो जाती हैं. So that is how the toppers are made ना. You know, NEET UG result, people are getting 720 out of 720, not one student. Last year 3 students were there, this year again I think more than 10 students are there. Imagine, like I have like मैं तो ऐसा नहीं था भाई, I have not seen in so many years 100 out of 100, 720 out of 720 in a paper of national level where lakhs and lakhs of children are sitting. And pata nahi, like these children are super blessed, super intelligent, or what. But what they have told us on our face is this is possible. This is possible. This is what they have told us. Okay. Yes, Dr. Shraddha. Meditation kana, there is a beautiful movie on Netflix which taught me, and I have been doing it for many months now. It works, it works. Okay. You have to sit or maybe lie down or maybe somewhere you have to be at peace. You know what is the idea of meditation? You try, abhi time nahi hai. Don't try doing it going to a monastery, meeting some sadhu, meeting some person who is god of meditation or likewise. Okay. But what is their idea? One standard thing everybody used to tell was when you are meditating, like we have seen it in, I can give you references from Hindu serials like Ramayana and Mahabharata, what we have seen in childhood, uh, like Rishi Muni and all, they used to sit in a Padmasan pose of yoga and they used to close their eyes in Himalayas or maybe in jungle or in their own kutia of hut or what. Idea of meditation is what? Like when you sit and close your eyes. Let me ask you and try to judge how much you have knowledge of this. Not judge, just know. What is the idea of meditation? When you close eyes, maybe you are sitting like this only, folded hands or not folded hands, whatever you want to do. Like you sit like this, you sit like this, whatever you want to do. When you close your eyes, what you are supposed to do with eyes closed? Sometimes I am in a constant fear if I don't revise certain topic during Dr. Muskan, this is another good problem, many commonly problem. Uh, See, I don't revise certain topic. You will not be able to revise certain topic every time before the exam. So somewhere you have to take the leap of faith that I have read this last time and tomorrow there is a test. Now, maybe you try sitting like this and recall that topic like mandibular fracture, हाँ उसका क्लासिफिकेशन, उसका ट्रीटमेंट, उसका एंगल का ट्रीटमेंट, symphysis का ट्रीटमेंट, बॉडी का ट्रीटमेंट, condyle का ट्रीटमेंट. Just try recall, okay, in your brain whenever you are free. Maybe you are eating food, try recall in 5-10 minutes. Okay, have this will generate confidence. Attempt more questions to overcome such fear. Attempt more questions from maybe different source. अरे यार मैं भूल जाता हूँ. Wait. हम्म. इसका नाम क्या है? सर बेन किंग्सले. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar and Three More. This is 1 hour 28-minute movie and it is so fast a movie. So fast a movie. I can't tell you. It's not about meditation, but it's about what a meditation can bring to a human. Okay, to what extent meditation. Dev Patel bhi hai isme. Reef Fiennes is also there, but the main actor is Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay. Henry Sugar. Henry Sugar. डॉक्टर रितिका, डॉक्टर हर्ष, नहीं. You know, even I had no idea. When I was doing my MBA, regular MBA in 2014, 15, 16, 14 to 16, 2 years, there was one subject called strategic management, and it was considered very very tough, like idiotic subject, I would say. It was not making any sense to me, at least to me, like a person like me. I used to enjoy finance subjects, marketing subjects, and all. Strategic management कोई logic नहीं था. It was like running around the same bush. So, but the teacher was good. That lady, Bengali lady, like she was very good. She was had a lot of publications and all. Very much PhD and पता नहीं कितनी डिग्रियां लेके बैठी थी वो मैडम. Recently, I met her in a mall also actually. Before every class, she used to ask us to sit like this and meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, and she used to say like, just keep your brain blank. Okay, don't let any thought come into your mind. This is actually meditation. If you want to meditate, the actual meaning of meditation, what I have understood, especially after watching that Henry Sugar movie, is your brain should not have any thought, because we are doing meditation for increasing our focus. Okay, enlightening our subconscious mind, increasing our focus at this stage, focus towards studies. So if we allow so many thoughts to come, try sitting abhi after this video, try sitting with your eyes closed. I bet in next 2 minutes you will come across thousands of thought. अरे वो गर्लफ्रेंड क्या कर रही है, बॉयफ्रेंड वो क्या कर रहा है, वहां जाना है, कल ये पढ़ना है, परसों टेस्ट है, ये क्लास है, अच्छा वो कल खाना भी खाना है, ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है. You will come across no matter what kind of thoughts will pass your brain in those next 1 or 2 minutes. Put a stopwatch and see. This is not meditation. Okay. The art of meditation is when you are training your brain to have not even a single thought, nothing. Now, there is the catch. Here is the problem which nobody tells. That lady teacher of strategic management used to tell us to keep our brain blank, mind blank. But she never taught us, I'm sorry, ma'am, but how to do that. You tell your brain not to think of elephant. The next thing is it is imagining an elephant. Problem is that. Okay. If I tell you not to think of anything, you will start thinking of everything. That is the problem. Henry Sugar film told me, Ben Kingsley, very, very simple thing. It is not, he also tells the same thing. It is not practical. I tried doing, but my mind always started thinking of something else. So what he did was, he said, kept like, I chose one picture. I think he said in the movie, his brother or some family picture. Okay. एक photograph ले लो, कोई भी, maybe yourself, your God, your parents, whatever you love the most, which you can visualize with closed eyes. Session is over, Dr. Himaja. Please exit it. This is okay, right? Just think of that photograph with eyes closed. Just focus on that photograph. The day you are able to see each and every detail of that photograph, you are actually meditating. Okay. Secondly, the important is for how long you can retain that image with eyes closed. But only one thing, nothing else should pass your brain. वो देखते देखते ना वो टीवी पे क्या चल रहा है, फोन में क्या हो रहा है, ये नहीं आना चाहिए दिमाग में. नथिंग. The day you are able to do it, will take years of practice. So at least start doing now for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That's more than enough. That much brain exercise is enough. Okay, try doing it. It is one thing I promise you, it will not create any harm. But not more than 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes भी बहुत ज़्यादा है. Okay, it is actually more than staying with your breath uh, like closed in a swimming pool. It is seriously tougher than that. 10 minutes is huge. You do it for 2 minutes, it is great. Chalo, thank you. Good night. Already over time हो गया ये. Yeah, bye bye. Take care. Good night.